The Durban Business Fair will be taking place this month. Now in its 14th year, it seeks to provide a platform for the small business owner and is attended by government departments and agencies, NGOs and educational institutions. It's also the biggest business fair in the country. We spoke to Acting Deputy Manager of Sustainable Development, Phillip Sithole, who told us more. Mr. Sithole, thank you so much for joining us, but the Durban Business Fair has always had a strong SMME focus. Is that still the case right now?
Yes, it is still the case. It has been the case for the last, it was the case for 12 years. But last year, a decision was taken that after a study that was conducted, that it's now high time that we involve all kinds of businesses, from small business to big business. Although there is now a strong participation of big business, of medium to big business enterprises, but it is still biased to small businesses.
Was that the reason for the name change as well to the Durban Business Fair from the Small to Medium Enterprise Fair?
Yes, we had to change the brand. The branding for the event, and there was a name that was thrown in so that it can reflect the change that has taken place. So now it's for businesses, irrespective of the size of the business.
Okay, now tell us, what has this actually done for Durban as a whole in terms of businesses? Have they thrived coming out of this fair?
Well, there are so many businesses that have thrived because of this intervention. And these are businesses from various sectors. So they thrive because they receive information, because what happens at the Durban Business Fair is that there's an exhibition where businesses are showcasing their products and services. And besides that, there are also networking sessions where small businesses get an opportunity to interact amongst themselves. They also interact with big business. They interact with government officials that are responsible for support to businesses. There is also an interaction that is between the businesses and the potential clients. So out of that package, then there were businesses, quite a few of them, that have benefited out of this. Some of those businesses were able to get contract opportunities during major events. Some got, there's quite a few that got opportunities during the 2010 Soccer World Cup and many other big events that have taken place in the city.
Can you actually give us one example, perhaps, of a success story that has come out of this business fair? I mean, it is in your 14th year, so how many major stories then would you have in terms of success?
Well, there are many major stories, but there is, quite a few. One of the major success stories is on a cleaning company that is providing cleaning services to both government and the private sector. So that company, when it started to exhibit at the Durban Business Fair, I think about 10 years ago, it had maybe 2 or 3 employees. We are now talking about a company that is providing this kind of a service at a national level, and its clients are both corporate South Africa and also government departments. So the company has flourished because of the Durban Business Fair. They are now employing hundreds of people. It has, when it started exhibiting at the fair, I think the turnover maybe was less than 20,000 rand a month. So now I'm talking about the company that has a turnover worth millions and millions of rands per annum. So that's one good example. The other example is on a company that is a women-owned business that is involved in an engineering sector. And the company was able to get quite few opportunities during the 2010 Soccer World Cup, and it continues to do work with both private and public sector.
Talk to us then in terms of sectors then. What are we seeing in terms of trends? What kind of companies are coming to this fair?
Well, what is interesting is that when the Durban Business Fair started, it was mainly around arts and craft. But over years, that trend changed. As we speak now, more than 80% of companies that will be exhibiting this year will be more on engineering, manufacturing, and ICT. Yeah. So there's been a change, a very big change from arts and craft to ICT, to engineering, to to construction and so on.
And then how many companies are you expecting to have at the fair this year? I mean, and hopefully in future, what are the total numbers that you want to have?
Well, the fair it's a fair for Durban businesses, but it also attracts businesses that are outside of Durban. Some of our sister cities in Europe and also in Africa, they participate. And what is good about the fair is that when they participate, they also bring along chambers of commerce from those sister cities and government officials. It's not only about them participating in terms of trying to get opportunities from the city, but it's also talking about what are the opportunities that are available in those sister cities. But besides that, the Durban Business Fair, we are expecting to have more than 500 exhibitors this year, 500 businesses that will be exhibiting this year. And going forward, we would love to see more of companies that are going to concentrate on the infrastructure that is going to be embarked upon in the city of Durban, which is in the next 5 years, it is estimated at more than 100 billion rand, which is the capital injection that is coming from the national, provincial, as well as the local government. So our concentration going forward, it will be more on companies that are concentrating in those kinds of sectors, which will be construction and engineering businesses. But besides that, we are also a tourist destination city. We are going to have more on a concentration on businesses that are involved in the entertainment as well as tourism business.